something that I was thinking about after that night was that I don't know if a lot of people know this about me, but I mean, a lot of people who know me now probably don't know this about me, but I used to be like an artist. Like, I would draw a lot. I had a collection of sketchbooks when I was in high school, and eventually I went on to digital art again when I was in high school. I was like a pretty serious digital artist for a while. I wasn't doing anything like really complicated, but moral of the story is I was drawing like every day for years until just like one day out of the blue, like in 2022, one or two or something like that. I just like stopped. Like, I lost all desire to draw, which is so crazy. Because again, this used to be like a huge part of like my identity as a person. Like, I was a person, like, I was an artist. I was a person who draws. Like, that was a big part of me. And then all of a sudden I just stopped, and it was so weird. And I haven't really done it really much at all outside of like 3 band posters that I made. One of them that the band didn't really like, so it never really saw the light of day. So it's like, it doesn't really get much use. I don't really draw that much anymore. I want to, but it's like, I mean, it is kind of like riding a bike. Like, you don't really ever forget how to do it. I have kind of realized that my artistry has just kind of shifted mediums, because I went through one of my old SD cards, because I just have like an old SD card sitting on my desk. It has like a bunch of old pictures on it. And I remember when I took these pictures, I didn't really like them, but looking back at them now, it's like, these are like kind of great. And not only that, but going back to my New Orleans pictures from last year, I took a bunch on the train, which I did end up posting to my main Jackson Underground account. So if you scroll back really far, you'll find views from the train, which I really like those. But I also took like a bunch of pictures in the city, and I only got to looking at those like a few weeks ago. And it's like, man, these are great. And it's like, this is just my artistry now. Like, this is how I kind of express myself visually. And instead of thinking up things to draw, I'm just capturing, which this is gonna sound really pretentious of me, so just like bear with me for a minute. But instead of thinking up things to draw, I'm just like capturing the world around me, but kind of how I see it. I like to think that even though some of my show pictures are like pretty heavily edited, especially like the long exposure ones. Looking at these pictures, I feel like I want them to evoke the feeling of being at a show. And so through that, it's just like another expression. And somebody came up to me and told me this, but those pictures really reflect the way the band sounds. And I'm glad I got to kind of capture and convey that. I am still a visual artist. It's just my medium has changed from a tablet and a pen to my camera.